Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to our channel where we explore the latest happenings within the world's royal families. Today, we turn our attention once again to the ongoing story of Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, a narrative marked by profound personal choices, public scrutiny, and complex family dynamics. Recent developments have brought fresh emotional turmoil to the surface following a significant legal defeat for the prince concerning his security arrangements when visiting the United Kingdom. News emerging around Friday, May 2nd, painted a picture of a duke grappling with deep disappointment, even reportedly moved to tears as he made some rather sad admissions about his future and his family relationships in a new interview. We'll be delving into the details of this legal setback, Harry's poignant reaction, the potential financial consequences, his surprising words about reconciliation, and what this all might mean for his connection to the country of his birth and the royal family itself. Before we dive into this intricate situation, if you find our royal updates informative and engaging, please do take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Clicking that notification bell ensures you won't miss our future explorations into these fascinating stories. Your support truly helps us continue bringing you these detailed reports. Now, let's unpack the latest chapter in Prince Harry's journey. The core of this recent news revolves around a long-running legal challenge initiated by the Duke. He was contesting a decision made by the UK Home Office regarding the level of police protection he and his family would receive when they are on British soil. As you may recall, when Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, stepped back from their roles as senior working royals in 2020, their automatic publicly funded security status changed. This task then fell to a body known as the Royal and VIP Executive Committee, or RAVC. RAVC determined that the Duke would receive a bespoke security arrangement assessed on a case-by-case basis depending on the nature of his visits rather than the comprehensive automatic protection afforded to senior working members of the royal family. Prince Harry fundamentally disagreed with this decision and its implementation. He argued that the bespoke arrangement was insufficient to guarantee the safety of himself, his wife Meghan, and their two young children, Prince Archie and Princess Elizabeth, given his unique profile and the security threats he believes they face. He took his case to the High Court, seeking a judicial review of RAV's decision-making process. However, earlier this year, the High Court ruled against him, finding that RC approach was legally sound and rational. Undeterred, the Duke sought permission to take his case to the Court of Appeal. It was the dismissal of this appeal effort, confirmed this spring, that represents the latest significant setback in his legal campaign. It's following this definitive legal outcome that Prince Harry reportedly shared his profound disappointment. According to reports surrounding an interview attributed to the BBC around early May, the Duke was visibly emotional, seemingly holding back tears as he confronted the reality of the court's decision. His words carried a heavy weight, expressing a deep sense of devastation. Perhaps the most striking and concerning admission was his apparent ruling out for the foreseeable future of bringing his family back to the United Kingdom. He was quoted as saying quite starkly, "I can't see a world in which I would bring my wife and children back to the UK at this point." This statement is incredibly significant. It underscores the depth of his security concerns and suggests that, in his view, the current arrangements make visiting his homeland untenable for his family unit. For many observers, and indeed for anyone hoping for easier relations, this is a truly saddening declaration, seemingly closing the door, at least for now, on the possibility of the Sussex family spending meaningful time in the UK, preventing Prince Archie and Princess Elizabeth from perhaps building stronger connections with their British heritage and relatives. The interview reportedly shed further light on the strained relationships within the royal family, particularly between Harry and his father, King Charles Roman III. In a moment of raw honesty, Harry is said to have revealed a bitter truth about their communication, stating that King Charles won't speak to me because of this security stuff. This suggests the ongoing legal battle over security has become a major point of friction, perhaps even a barrier to conversation between father and son. This revelation is especially poignant given the king's current health challenges as he undergoes treatment for cancer. It paints a picture of a family dealing not only with illness but also with deep-seated disagreements that hinder communication during a potentially difficult time. Adding to the weight of the situation is the considerable financial implication of this protracted legal fight. Reports indicate that Prince Harry's defeat in the courts could leave him liable for substantial legal costs, potentially amounting to around $15 million. This figure likely encompasses not only his own legal fees, but also a significant portion, if not all, of the government's costs in defending the case. It's understood that the Home Secretary is indeed pursuing the recovery of these costs from the Duke. This represents a hefty personal financial burden resulting from his decision to challenge the Home Office and Rivet. It highlights the high stakes involved, not just personally and emotionally, but financially too. However, amidst the expressions of disappointment and the revelations of strained ties, the interview reportedly saw a distinct shift in Prince Harry's tone at one point. After acknowledging the difficulties, he seemed to extend an olive branch towards his estranged family members, specifically his father, King Charles, and his brother, Prince William. He reportedly spoke about past disagreements, stating, "There have been so many disagreements between myself and some of my family," but crucially added that he had now forgiven them. This sentiment was followed by a clear plea for reconciliation. The Duke was quoted as saying, "I would love reconciliation with my family. There's no point continuing to fight anymore. Life is precious." This marks a notable change in rhetoric, moving from confrontation, which has characterized much of the narrative since the couple stepped back, towards a stated desire for peace and healing. The timing is interesting, coming after the legal setback and during a period of health concerns for both King Charles and the Princess of Wales. It suggests perhaps a moment of reflection for the Duke on the importance of family bonds, even amidst profound differences. Despite this apparent overture, the royal family has thus far maintained its characteristic silence on the matter. There has been no public reaction from Buckingham Palace or Kensington Palace regarding Prince Harry's expressed wish for reconciliation. Instead, the focus of palace communications has remained on official duties. Shortly after these reports surfaced, it was announced that King Charles and Queen Camilla are scheduled to undertake an official visit to Canada later this month, signaling a continuation of their royal responsibilities despite the king's ongoing cancer treatment. This adherence to duty, contrasted with Harry's personal plea, highlights the different paths they currently tread. The interview also touched upon the king's health. When asked about his father's prognosis, Prince Harry reportedly conveyed a sense of uncertainty, stating that he does not know how long King Charles has left to live given the ongoing cancer treatment. This comment came just days after the 76-year-old monarch himself, through palace updates, had indicated that his recovery was progressing in a very positive direction, and he has indeed resumed some public-facing duties. Harry's more somber reflection might simply reflect the natural concern of a son, or perhaps indicate a distance in communication that leaves him less informed about the day-to-day realities of the king's condition. So, with the Court of Appeal avenue seemingly closed, is this the end of Prince Harry's legal fight over UK security? Not necessarily. While he has suffered significant setbacks, the UK legal system does offer one further potential path: the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is the highest court of appeal in the United Kingdom for both civil and criminal cases. It typically hears cases that involve arguable points of law of general public importance. Therefore, Prince Harry could theoretically attempt to take his challenge against the Revet decision even further. However, gaining permission to appeal to the Supreme Court is not automatic. He would first need to seek permission likely from the Court of Appeal itself. If that permission is refused, he could then apply directly to the Supreme Court, asking for their permission to hear his case. It remains to be seen whether the Duke will choose to pursue this final challenging legal avenue, especially in light of his recent comments about reconciliation and the mounting legal costs. It presents a potential contradiction, continuing a fight that has reportedly strained family ties while simultaneously calling for an end to fighting. To fully appreciate the core of this dispute, it's helpful to understand the body whose decision sparked it all. RAVC, the Royal and VIP Executive Committee, or RAVC, isn't just one entity. It's a committee comprised of senior figures from several key governmental and security departments. Its members typically include representatives from the Home Office, which oversees policing and security within the UK, the Cabinet Office, which supports the Prime Minister and Cabinet, the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office relevant for international aspects and visits, the Metropolitan Police, who provide much of the actual protective security, and crucially the royal household itself. The primary function of REVC is to make informed decisions about the security arrangements for members of the royal family and other designated VIP, both British and international, when they are in the UK. They assess threat levels, consider the context of visits, and determine the appropriate level of protection required, balancing safety concerns with factors like public cost and proportionality. It was this committee that, after Harry and Meghan stepped back from official duties, decided to move the Duke from automatic police protection to the bespoke model where security is assessed and provided based on specific circumstances rather than being a constant default. Harry's legal challenge was essentially arguing that Revet's decision-making process in his specific case was flawed, unfair, or irrational. The courts, however, have now twice disagreed with that assessment, upholding Revet's authority and judgment in this matter. This entire situation leaves us with a complex tapestry of legal arguments, personal safety concerns, significant financial implications, and deeply strained family relationships playing out on a very public stage. Prince Harry finds himself at a crossroads, having lost a legal battle he clearly felt was vital for his family's safety in the UK. Facing a potential £15 million bill and seemingly extending an olive branch for reconciliation, even as the issue that reportedly prevents communication with his father remains unresolved. In conclusion, the recent developments paint a poignant picture. Prince Harry's emotional reaction to his latest legal defeat underscores his profound concerns about security in the UK for his wife and children, leading him to state he cannot currently envision bringing them back. His reported comments reveal ongoing friction with King Charles, directly linked to this security dispute, adding another layer of complexity during the king's health challenges. Yet, amidst this, the Duke has also expressed a powerful desire for reconciliation, stating he has forgiven past disagreements and believes life is precious. The royal family remains publicly silent on this plea, focusing instead on official duties like the upcoming Canada tour. While the legal path could potentially extend to the Supreme Court, the personal and financial costs continue to mount, leaving the future direction uncertain. This saga certainly gives us much to reflect upon regarding the unique pressures faced by those born into royalty, the challenges of navigating family dynamics under intense public scrutiny, and the fundamental quest for personal and familial security in a complex world. What are your thoughts on Prince Harry's situation? Do you believe reconciliation is possible given the circumstances? How do you view the security concerns versus the decisions made by Revet and the courts? We would love to hear your perspectives in the comments section below. Thank you for joining us for this detailed look into the latest news concerning the Duke of Sussex. If you found this update valuable, Please remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel for more royal insights, and hit the notification bell so you stay informed. We appreciate your viewership immensely,